A little tryout. I'd like to welcome you to the first annual Will Draft for the NBA All Out of the Playoffs team. See ESPN and all you lovely sports networks. You know, Stephen A. Smith, all those fun people. You know what you don't have? You have, like, this NBA all-defensive team. Oh, he played good defense throughout the year. Oh, all-NBA means he was great. Russell Westbrook, you know, James Harden, Chris Paul, LeBron James. Can we talk about LeBron James? Come on, LBJ. I miss you. Come back. Let's come back to South Beach. That's good. Okay, so this is the all-out of the playoffs. So what is the criteria? I'm sure you're asking. Well, first of all, you gotta be good. No. You gotta be great. As Max Kellerman would say, you gotta be a 5-star player. Means you gotta be all-star quality. Or in this case, all out of the playoffs. Another criteria you have to meet. You gotta be out of the playoffs. Means your team cannot be currently in the playoffs. So, now that the basketball season is done, we can start. So I'm going to start with the Eastern Conference. And let me tell you something, Eastern Conference. The people outside the playoffs, they ain't really that good. I mean, a few of you, I struggled. I had to legitimately Google search some of the best people on these positions. And so I had to, like, you know, momentarily say, hey, you know, this is in regards to when some of these players are 100%. Sorry, John Wall, I couldn't do it. You're probably like the 6th man on this team. You're probably the first man off the bench. Dwayne Wade, I love you for all your work that you've done for Wade County. We appreciate you. You're probably like maybe the 7th man. But starting like Eastern Conference All NBA out of the playoff team starts with this. So first of all, we go to the center position. The big man. Hassan Whiteside, from my hometown, Miami, plays for the Heat. You know, he could probably sneeze, roll out of bed, you know, all the other, you know, things that they say about him. Could easily get out of bed and hit a double-double with some rebounds and some dunks. I'm just saying, Hassan Whiteside, my dude, is center. Power forward. Now, see, this is where that criteria says where if they're healthy thing comes into play. It was tough. But I chose Kevin Love. I know a few of you can be like, oh my God, he picked Kevin Love. Well, hey, there's a reason why Kevin Love was traded to Cleveland to join up with LBJ and Kyrie. And that's simply to say, he was pretty good. My boy's pretty good. And you know what? If he could just be healthy for a minute, my dude could be a solid power forward for the All-NBA out of the playoffs team. Sorry, the voice is cracking. I'm hitting puberty. I'm sorry. All right. Sorry, here we go. Small forward. All right, representing. For the Washington Wizards. I'm sorry, not Washington Wizards. He was on the Washington Wizards, but he got traded to Chicago. Everyone's favorite, Otto Porter Jr. I know, it's a dark horse right there, because that, man, boy, he's talented. He got some skills. Now, shooting guard. He's had his issues with John Wall, or at least that's what, you know, ESPN wants to report, and all their thousands of analysts that they have. I think the guy's talented. I think he has skills. I think I've seen him put up big games against Miami Heat consistently, time in and time out. Bradley Beal, shooting guard. And then finally, point guard. You know, you guys heard his name a lot during the trade deadline. I'm not talking about Anthony Davis. I'm talking about the guy who plays over in Charlotte under the tutelage of Michael Jordan. Kemba Walker. Cardiac Kemba. My boy nailed it in college basketball, and he was murdering it after the All-Star game. My boy's got some skills. I think he'd be a solid addition to the all out of the playoffs team. Now, see, I want you guys to know that I literally made this list in probably like 5 minutes. 4 of those minutes were easily for the Eastern Conference. I mean, besides the top 8 teams, like it was hard to find some like all-star elite players on these teams. But I think, you know what, based off of that, that's a pretty solid team. Do I think it'd be a playoff team right now? Yeah. I think that my all-NBA out of the playoffs team would be a playoff team right now. I mean, you give me Hassan Whiteside rocking the center position. You got Kemba, Bradley Beal, and then you got Otto Porter and Kevin Love, if healthy, 100%. And then you give me John Wall, if healthy, off the bench. You got Dwayne Wade off the bench. And then you can just, you know, sprinkle in some more role players. Sprinkle. All right, so now, ladies and gentlemen, now comes the hard part. The Western Conference. And let me tell you what. There's some talented folks out of the playoffs who probably deserve to be all in the end, who probably deserve to be in the playoffs, because you figure that if they were in the Eastern Conference, they probably would be in the playoffs. But for right now, they're on the wheels. NBA. All out of the playoff team. So, rocking in the center position. He was supposed to have been traded to the Lakers. He's supposed to stay in New Orleans. I don't know. I'm just saying. My boy, Anthony Davis. I'm sorry you had to fall on this list. I will say that you deserve better. But I hope you enjoy being on the first ever all out of the playoff team. Rock it with pride, man. All right, and at power forward now. See, this one was kind of fun. I mean, again, there's so much more talent right now that I've seen in the Western Conference. Big name stars that are not in the playoffs. So power forward out of Minnesota Timberwolves, Karl-Anthony Towns. Again, just like Hassan Whiteside, my boy could roll out of bed, fall out of bed, go through the floor, and still manage to get a double-double. And I don't just mean like a 10-10, you know, 12-12. No, I mean like 20-20. My dude could sneeze and be like, achoo, oh, there's a rebound. He's talented, bro. He's talented. I don't care how much money you getting paid. You are a talented man. Small forward. You know, let me talk to my guy, small forward. LeBron, I love you. You brought 2 titles to Miami. And yes, they burnt your jerseys, and I'm sorry. It wasn't me. Believe me, I still have your jersey in my closet. But you're out of the playoffs, so I have to throw you in. I have to throw you in to the all out of the playoffs team. So, you know, you're there. You're there. You're definitely the small forward. I don't care how old you are. Shooting guard, Phoenix Suns. This dude put up 50 in like a million different games. He's a talented young man. Had to go with Devin Booker. Devin Booker, shooting guard, solid man. And then point guard. Now he's kind of getting the Kevin Love treatment a little bit. In regards to if he's healthy, he's one of the best. Mike Conley Jr. from Memphis. They tried to trade him. My dude loves it in Memphis, and believe me, I've been to Memphis. It's a solid city. A lot of passionate people there. So I'm going to tell you right now. See, that's the list right here. Look, that's the list. That's the notes. Off to the side. I'm just letting you know. But, now, this ain't no disrespect to people who I may or may have forgotten on the list. I mean, there was some solid folks that I may have missed. I mean, but it was hard. A lot of talented people already in the playoffs. I couldn't choose you. I'm sorry. I love y'all. But you know the rules. The rule was you had to be out of the playoffs. So, if I miss somebody, if you feel like you disagree, please leave me a comment, leave me a response message and say, hey, you missed so-and-so and he should replace so-and-so. He was a snub on your NBA all out of the playoffs team. So let me know who I snubbed. Please tell me who I snubbed. And please let it be for the Eastern Conference, because I just forgot. And no, look, before anybody says it, Trae Young, baller. And I thought about him greatly at point guard for the Eastern Conference, but then I was like, I can't do it. I really can't do it. It was tough. I was like, I sneezed, but then I saw Kemba, and I was like, my dude's gonna make money in the off season. He was murdering it during the season. He deserves it. So, and then Luka Doncic. I mean, the dude he did some work. So maybe he might have been a sixth man. But you're asking me if they're healthy, 100% in their prime. Who do I feel? I gotta give it to Mike Conley. My dude's talented. All right, so this is moi doing his very first sports news report on who's the NBA all out of the playoffs team. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Maybe I'll drop some future videos. Leave me a comment if you think I snubbed somebody. Make your own list. Enjoy it and say, hey, ESPN, you don't get to have all the fun to make lists and make videos about snubbings and, like, you know, medals that haven't been found yet. Diamonds in the rough. Got it. I was looking for that. I'm sorry. All right. And tell me what you think. This is Guillermo A. Smith signing off.